I was very athletic in high school and college and played sports and lifted weights. And once you stop all of that muscle kind of turns to fat. I weighed 270 pounds when I got pregnant with my daughter. During my pregnancy, I got up to 300 pounds when I delivered. I was having a lot of health problems. I knew it was time to do something when I would get out of the shower and go to dry off and I would be out of breath. And I didn't want to do it for vanity. I wanted to live, to see my daughter graduate and get married and to be there for her and raise her. And so that was my main reason for, having this surgery, because I tried everything else and I had nowhere else to turn. I hit rock bottom. I was very depressed, which led to more eating, emotional eating. I was always an emotional eater. I would eat when I was happy, when I was sad. Let's celebrate. I'm depressed. Let's eat. Comfort. It was food. Food was my friend. I looked at all the different options, and I knew that for what I wanted and my goals, I needed to have the biliopancreatic duodenal switch. Prior to the surgery, what I had to do was have a monthly meeting with my doctor and show some progressive weight loss on my own. I had to have a psychological examination. I needed to make sure that I was committed, that they knew I wasn't going to give up, that I was going to be in it for the long haul. And the recovery was about 6 weeks long. I did have quite an extensive surgery with a lot of recovery time. But that gave me time to reflect on what I needed to do and make the changes I needed to make in my life. Because it not only has a physical impact on you, it has a psychological impact as well. And even after I'd lost a lot of the weight, it was so hard for me to see myself as a smaller person because I had been big for so long that, you kind of get this body image, and even when you've lost all the weight you want to lose, it's still hard. You still wear big clothes because you're used to wearing big clothes. And people are like, that's too big on you. You need to go smaller. So I had a big wardrobe change because I did go from a size 28 to a size 6. You have to be prepared, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well, because it hits on all 3 of those areas. And people do treat you differently when you're a big girl and when you're not. There's such a stigma out there, and I understand. People may look at me and say, oh, well, what do you know about being big? Because people that I know knew me when I was big, and they're like, you know what, you were beautiful even then. And I love to hear that because I'm more than just my body, and people need to take pride in who they are inside and out. One of my most memorable emotional moments was when my daughter gave me a hug and got so excited because she's like, Mommy, my hands can touch when I give you a hug. And to me, that just hit such a chord emotionally. It was just an aha moment. This is what I needed to do. I felt better about myself. I was able to do a lot more with her physically, which I think made me a better parent. And I wanted to definitely live to see her grow.